Hello everyone. My name is Linda Gano. I am the CEO and founder of Linda's Perfect Creations. Linda Perfection Creations is an event planning and wedding decor company. We cater to small and large events in and around the Philadelphia area. We do full service, partial, custom. We also do destination weddings. I am a certified wedding planner and a florist. I have many years of experience. We do bouquets, centerpieces, we do planning aspect. A lot of people sometimes ask me, if you're a planner and a florist, why would you want to do an event where there's a florist or there's somebody else who's doing the planning and you're doing the decor? Well, for me, I got into the business because I love what I do. And anything that I can do to bring a joy to somebody's wedding, I'm all for it. I'm not one of those planners who can be like, well, you have to use both of my service and things like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I understand completely why many clients choose to use, many vendors choose to use the one service, because for once, when you're working with people, especially in the industry, not everybody's professional and nobody wants to tie the hands into or get involved with somebody who will end up messing up the brand reputation. So I completely understand it. Not everybody work the way you are. So for me, what set me apart from that is that I have a vending system. I make sure everybody that I work with are in my vendor list, or a certified planner, or actually a professional, wedding professional. And how I do that is that if you hire me for services, and let's say you have all your planners, what a planner, a decor, excuse me, whether you have all the services probably from a photographer, and the list goes on. One, I will need all that information and see if they are in my vendor list. If they are not in my vendor list, I do check to see about the services, who they are, and if I deem that they are not professional or they don't have come with a higher standard rating, that's when I give the client an option. You can either choose to stay with your vendors that you have, which is completely understandable. But if you want to use my services, I would not be working with those vendors. So you either work with me and get a different vendors, or you find a vendors that are in, and it don't necessarily have to be the vendors that I know. It can be any vendors. It's just that they have to come higher rating and I recommend it. That's just where I send it by. So that's why I don't have a problem working with certain people, because as long as they are professional, do what it's supposed to, I'm all for it. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't like to do both at the same time. I do, but there are some times where my schedule doesn't permit. It's not always the client. My schedule may not permit to decor. My schedule may not permit to plan, and sometimes there's certain things I can do, vice versa, as well. So, I'm just gonna get in today what I'm gonna talk about, and that is some of the unique things you can do to make your wedding stand out, make your wedding different and special. So for one, you can do a nose-a bouquet, a smaller bouquet, and there's no gaze bouquet. It's like something smaller, kind of something that kind of look like a bridesmaid bouquet, or a little, a decent size. You can still use the flowers that you want. You can still do the thing, but it just add a little twist onto it. I know now cascade bouquet and large and oversized bouquets are in style, but that's something different you can use to make it similar. And some people know it as nosegay, some people know it as a BMR bouquet, where it focus on the day of the look as you're walking down the aisle, your dress and everything, instead of the bouquet. So it kind of give a different twist to it. And one of the things that I love that some couple are doing is that another twist is that you can have your guests pick songs for your reception. So what it is that when you send your RSVP cards and you send information, you can tell them to either email you a list of some songs, that their favorite songs and songs that they like, and you can have a collection of music and actually play their reception. So it's kind of fun because it gives a twist, not only your favorite but their favorites, and you kind of see what your guests look like. You kind of get into their mind to see how it is. So that thing that add a different twist, so that you can give all that to the DJ and they can create a nice playlist with varieties of jams and different things, and it kind of just give it a whole new look to your wedding. I think that's something really good, and I really love the idea. Another thing is that have something for something new, something blue. You can have your flower girl dress in blue. So instead of putting that blue on your garter or somewhere like a hanky or something like that, you can have them dressed in blue, and it can be something completely different. The guests will be, wow, that's something they haven't seen. And I think that's really pretty unique look for people to go with. And another thing is like monogram. You know, I know this season monogram is kind of going up. The monogram dance floor is kind of going out of season a little bit, but you can still do custom things. You know, with your napkins, you can have it custom. Yes, it might be a little bit expensive. You can do, you know, with your dinner menus, pictures and signs and things like that. You can put a monograms on there to kind of make it stand out, and it can be kind of like a family crest. You can create like a logo or some kind of crest, and you can use that to put it on everything, and it also give it a nice touch to it as well. It kind of give it that luxury, and you know, back in those days when things were just, you know, everything just looked grand and deluxe and everything like that. And another thing that is kind of cool and I think is really neat is the fun cake toppers. You know, a lot of couples going off from not the traditional, you know, bride and groom and a figurine standing up top. You know, instead of doing flowers, just simple flowers, you can actually just do different things. You can do light bulbs, you can do, and I'm just saying things off the top of my head, you can use cars, you can use, you know, your favorite sign, you can use monograms, you can use, there's a lot of things you can use, and they'll give it that rusty look, that regal look, that chic look, anything that kind of compares something that you're interested in. You know, you can have them put up to kind of make it look really nice. So instead of just standard flowers or, you know, K-top or initial, you can get really creative with it, and, you know, do those things that you need. And another thing that I love that I think is kind of new is to use set your table with a table skate. So a table skate is more something like not a charger instead of a charger. So instead of putting your plates on a charger, you can opt over something like a table skate. A table skate can be like maybe tropical leaves, and to set the place on that, you can use this regal tie, something antique, something straight, even like you can be creative if you want with it, to just kind of give it a twist, to give it something different, to make guests, you know, you can make it romantic. It can be, you know, have this shown like you know, that essential things to kind of just make it look different. So I think that's really neat. I really love that idea. And then another thing that I think is kind of cool is that make fruit favors. Like, you know, you can go ahead and actually set up like a little fresh fruit, kind of a basket where they can create these mini carts, kind of like, you know, back in the day during the Caesar time, during the Roman time, on every table they had these exotic fruits, and it was just something that do, and it was just that. So you can do these little cute little pears and apples, you know, personalize the container that's going to be in, and put, you know, your name, the guest's name, put a sticker, just kind of make it look cute. So I think that's something good that you can do as well. And then another thing that's in there right now, a lot of couples is doing is the neon. You know, the backdrop with the neon lights, the neon sign, and things like that. I think neon is in. You can really do that to stand your wedding hour apart from a lot of people and make it look different. It just kind of give it that really look. But I would recommend, if you are trying to use a neon sign, make sure you do it ahead of time, because it does take some time to come in, making sure you use the right company. So those are things that you want to look out for. But I think it's really good. Do your research and to find the right company and the right sign, and make sure you do what I said, do it ahead of time so that you can have it when you need it. And then another thing you can do, like local delight, like from fruits, also seafood. Like I seen something really cute the other day. It's in Hawaii right now. There's an oyster bar, but it actually like an oyster server. So they actually have the little bucket around the waist, and they're running around and have this little oyster that it just serves to people with an aphrodisiac. And it's kind of neat. It's something that I haven't seen before, and I saw it and I was like, oh wow, this is something I would love to do to my wedding. But I think you can also use that with, you know, different seafood and different, they kind of like a cocktail, but actually, you know, give them a little taste of stuff. The next thing is that you can do a little like eccentric menus. You can have like a little note, like handwriting notes, instead of like something formal, you know, like a breakfast style dinner. It's kind of like a bread and a breakfast, you know, things like that to make it really look, you know, different. So I think those are all really good style. But that's all for today. Tomorrow I will continue on down the list, and I said this is going to be about 75 different unique ideas I'm going to give you that you can pick and choose from your wedding. So today we start at 10, and tomorrow we're going to pick up the journey and go right there. And once again, thanks for watching. My name is Linda Gunner, and you have an amazing day. Bye.